All right, what we're going to do here, coaches, is we're going to cut right to the chase, and we're going to talk about the 4 most important concepts in the triple option offense. These are the concepts that are non-negotiable, you must have in the modern day 2018 triple option offense. This is an offense that has now become a compressed formation, 3-man surface type of offense. Whether you have a center with a guard, tackle, and a receiver that's about 3.5 feet away from the tackle, or that's called double flex, or you have the heavy formation, which is the second most utilized formation in the offense, where you bring the receiver in as the tackle and you bring the tackle over and you bring the receiver out. So that right there are the 2 most common formations in the triple option offense in 2018. At least 2017, that's what Army, Navy, Georgia Tech did more than anything else. In the bowl game last year, Army and Navy split out 2 receivers 5% of the time. Think about that. Combined, Army and Navy split out 2 receivers 5% of the time. They're just not doing it. It's so much easier to run the offense to a compressed side, especially with the emergence of the zone option, but it also helps you to run the toss. Now, the number 1 most important concept in the offense, by far, is the triple. Everything you do comes off the triple. The triple option is not a play. Yeah, I'm saying it's a concept here, but it's more than just a play. It's your offense. Because it's the only thing you ever want to do. You want to run it every single play, every single game, until you retire. That's why you're doing this. So you can read your way out, and you don't have to block 2 defensive linemen at the point of attack. And if you can keep getting 4+ yards on it, you want to keep running it. Fun fact for you. The last NFL team to average 4 yards per rush on first down was the 1985 Bears. So think about that. The last NFL team to average 4+ yards per rush on first down was the 1985 Bears. So what do we learn from that? What we learn from that, coaches, is if you get 4 yards on first down, you need to line up and run the same play again because you are that elite at what you do. So if you get 4 on triple, line up and run it again. Now, if you don't get 4 yards on triple, let's say you hand the ball off to the B-back and you don't get 4 yards, which most of the time is the issue at the high school level. By far, it's the issue. After 9 years of all the clients I've had, that's the issue. The second most important concept in the offense is the zone option. The zone option is the double option that is run. And I've got endless stuff on the website about the zone option. It's almost now, if you run it out of double flex and heavy, it's really more of a double option than a zone option because you have the 3rd man on the line of scrimmage. That player can block down on number 1, and you can literally block the play the same as triple. So they're really not zoning it anymore. The only time they zone it is if it was to a 2-man surface and the receiver was split wide. Then you have to block it like you see everybody run the outside zone out of the spread. That's why it was a zone option. When Navy started running it in 2010, that's why they called it the zone option. But it's the second most important concept in your offense because what it does is if they don't let you get 4 yards, if you only get 3, 2, 1, or hopefully nothing less than that with the B-back, remember this, the defense is forcing you to hand the ball off. Well, you want to run a triple option offense. So you need to come back and run with the quarterback. So you have to manufacture the quarterback phase of the triple option, and the zone option does that. Now, to manufacture the pitch phase of the triple option, the third most important concept is the toss. Because what the toss does is it basically tosses the ball wide to the A-back so you can get the ball in the alley. If you don't get 4 yards on the give to the B-back, you want to run the zone option or the toss. Because if you can't, and this is right from Paul Johnson, if you can't go inside, you have to go outside. Because the people who made the tackle on the B-back, they're the ones who you got to get as far away from them as possible. The toss is the third most important concept. You want to run the toss. Now, I say this to my clients, and it carries a lot of weight. If you're going to run that much toss in a game, and I notice a lot of high school coaches will do that because they're so afraid to run their quarterbacks with the zone option. First of all, you have to do it. Keep in mind, coaches, last year, 2017, Army's leading rusher was their quarterback. Georgia Tech's leading rusher was their quarterback. Navy's top 2 leading rushers were their quarterback. So if you're not running the quarterback, statistically, it's pretty foolish. But I get a lot of coaches that want to run the toss. They love the toss. If you're going to do that, add the B-back toss to the equation, which basically all it does is the A-back and B-back switch jobs. So instead of the A-back catching the ball, the B-back catches the ball, and they both block at the same landmark, which is right behind the tackle. So those are the 3 most important concepts. I could even argue that should be 80% of your practice time. And the reason why is because, and look, my entire doctoral dissertation was proved with this theory. 20%, the top 20% of what you do will give you 80% of your returns. So you take the most important things that you do and you work them 80% of the time, you're going to get the best results. It's been proven over and over and over in business. I actually proved it in a doctoral study with a college football program, basically to get them to run less plays and spend their time on 3 basic plays, because that became 80% of their offense. So spend 80% of your time on it. Now, the 4th most important concept is triple pass. Triple pass includes the vert and tighten concepts. So yeah, if you want to debate and go, well, Dr. Cella, those are 2 concepts. So then there's 5 total. Fine, whatever. Coach Johnson's been running vert and tighten for 30 plus years. Long back when he was at Hawaii. Out of the double flex formation, all vert is you're going to run the 2 receivers down the field, and the A-back runs at the cornerback like he's blocking him and then runs right up the numbers. That's the vert concept. You basically run the vert concept to constrain the play side safety when you don't get 4 yards on a pull read on triple. So let's say they force you to pull the ball and you don't get 4 yards, that's what you want to run next. Because anytime a defense forces you to pull the ball, they have to sacrifice pass coverage for run support in order to get you to pull the ball, because they're utilizing perimeter people to play the triple. They just flat out run out of people. Whether they realize it or not, that's what they have to do. So the vert constrains the safety. If you want to constrain the corner, the alley player, that's when you want to go with tighten. Tighten is the receiver runs a 10-yard corner route. The A-back does the same thing he just did on vert, but at 8 yards, he stops and turns his belly button to the quarterback. So a lot of people refer to that as a smash concept. Coach Paul Johnson, has called it tighten, I think, since back in his Hawaii days in the late 80s and early 90s. So the tighten concept is a concept that you use to constrain the corner. In double flex, that's a good thing, because the corner's in a run support position because he's usually number 3 in the count, and the A-back is going to be trying to kick him or run the circle on him. And then all of a sudden, the A-back does the same thing and then runs right up the field past them up the numbers, and the ball can get thrown to him. on the vert concept. Titan concept, he'd run an 8-yard stop, because basically if the corner runs over the top of the corner route, then you hit the 8-yard wheel stop to the A-back. So those 4 concepts right here, triple, zone, toss, and the pass off the triple, that's your all-encompassing triple option offense. It's arguable that you don't really need anything more than that. The triple's your offense. If you don't get 4 yards on the give to the B-back, you're going to run the zone or the toss. If you don't get 4 yards on the pull pitch off the triple, fake triple, drop back, throw the ball. I can argue that the toss might be the most all-encompassing constraint in the offense because, and Coach Johnson has said this, and I've heard multiple assistants at Navy say this, if basically they put number 1 on the dive and number 2 on the quarterback, you can always toss the ball outside and get yards. So I guess if you ever say to yourself, if I have any doubt what's going on, just toss the ball outside. You're really pretty safe doing that, especially out of double flex, because the receiver is going to block down and you're going to have 3 people in the alley. All right, so we covered the 4 most important concepts by far. If you're looking to become a client and do the academy is getting better and better every day with more and more videos. Give me a call at 570-332-0265, 570-332-0265. And coaches, remember this, and have the conviction to be able to say this and then do this with your players. Remember, the triple option, when you do it the right way the first time, the triple option shows no mercy. God bless and have a great one.